Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Foxshare, on the panel this evening. Is the one and only Bridgeman. And the man with a big appetite, the one and only Rudy Bear. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Evening, Ox. Evening, Bridgeman.
Oh, good evening to you guys on the panel here. Huge good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
Have you seen Fox today, Bridge? I
haven't seen him. I thought I heard his voice just earlier, but I'm not dead sure. But I think he's hiding. There must be something going on here, but he's hiding.
I'll try to hold him all day, mate. I'm just a bit worried, you know.
What about, pal? What are you worried about?
Just concerned what he's been up to, you know. You know what he's like.
Yeah.
You know what happens if he comes into a few quid, what his hobbies are, Rudy?
Well, we usually entail maybe the opposite sex, don't they, occasionally?
You know what he's like. I'm worried about him.
So, what's this money thing you're talking about? He's coming into a few bob. Did you hear that? Did you hear something about that?
No,
okay.
I just worry about him. Just in
case, yeah.
Anybody sees him, contact the show.
What was the Italian word you used to describe him, Ox?
Oh, the legendary Lothario. Is that right? Is that the right one?
Lothario, that's him. Foxy Lothario, I love it.
He'd hung up, to be fair, he'd hung up his hat and then he discovered, you know, Foxy, everything's blue with him. So he started taking blue pills and everything was working fine.
I love it. Brilliant.
If anybody bumps into Fox, just tell him I was looking for him and give him a regards and say he looks a year older than he did the last time you see him. All right?
Oh, what was that? Is that a step for it?
No, not at all. Anyway, Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Great performance yesterday, away game, comfortable victory. First 20 minutes, we weren't great, got the goal, and after that, pretty comfortable, Rudy.
Aye, it was a really good performance for 70 minutes of the game. As you say, first 20 minutes took us a wee bit to get into the swing of things. I actually thought, watching back the game of day again, I thought Motherwell played fairly well in that 20 minutes, to be honest. You've got a couple of players that look a wee bit handy, don't they? None more so than the boy Hasty. But it took us about 20 minutes. I thought after that, you know, when we scored the goal, got the first goal, I didn't think we were really in any danger after that. I could only see us going to win the game as we did 3-0, and I think they end up pretty comfortable, really. Good sort of team performance from Rangers, aye.
I agree, mate. It was a team performance. Obviously, Arfield stole the show, Bridgeman.
Yeah, I think it's a hat-trick. Anybody gets a hat-trick. But actually, it's quite a tough wee venue for us. And recent history tells us we're always going to, not struggle, but we're always going to have a hard game there for sure. Because, shall we say, they're a tough outfit to play against when they're playing. So if they're on their game, first 20 minutes, I'm not saying they were totally on their game, but they certainly played well together as a team and created a few openings that unfortunately never got any shots at goal from their perspective. And I thought their two wide men, the boy Hasty, is it, and the boy, can't remember the boy's name. What's the boy on the other side? Turnbull. The other boy.
He plays the middle. It was the
I can't remember his name. I thought he had a smashing game against us anyway. Really good, you know. He was in behind Tavernier. You know, he's getting in sort of goal side of Tavernier. Yellow boots. I remember he had yellow boots. He had yellow boots on one side and the blue boots in Hasty. So, very, very good. But I think, can I just ask, Rudy, you have to tell us what you had for your dinner again, because the boys in the lobby will want to know. It's, they really need to know.
Aberdeen Angus steak burger. I had some peas and onion rings with it and some homemade chips. It was lovely, Bridgeman.
Well done, pal. Well done. So the rest of them, and all the listening audience, they'll all be very jealous, I'll tell you.
Also had a nice big lump of jam roly-poly and custard after it, Bridge. So I'm fairly
jam roly. Oh my God, I'm so jealous myself.
Magic.
Was it Harry Redknapp's jam roly-poly?
I love it.
Or was it Foxy's roly-poly?
Oh, don't go there. Don't go there.
Yeah.
Custard. What? Custard?
Aye, jam roly poly and a bit of custard. Nice bit of custard after it. Is it 50?
Homemade custard there.
No, I think it was tinned. I think it was
tinned. Oh, my word.
Slapping, isn't she? Slapping.
I'll get rid of her.
I'll tell her what you say, Docs.
Tinned custard. We had the likes.
She's slipping.
No, standards, Rudy. You have a word.
Right. I try to get my order in the week. It doesn't always work, mate, you know.
Aye. You have a word and then they'll still do what they want.
As is usually the case.
Aye. So, the game started. I think the first 20 minutes, Motherwell maybe shaded it. Would that be fair?
I would say so, aye. I think you have to put your hands up. You can only say what you see, Ox, as you keep saying. And I think for 20 minutes, we kind of struggled a wee bit at times, you know, just to get into the swing of it. And maybe the new formation thing's not completely settled with them yet. You know, I mean, I know it was a good performance in the midweek game against Hearts as well, with the same kind of formation. They're maybe no exactly too au fait, even though we've had two good results. But yeah, maybe after about 20 minutes, you know, up to that point, I actually thought Motherwell played some decent football at times. Maybe they're full of confidence. They probably did come out full of confidence because they've been fairly good at home. I don't think like won about 5 in a row, and I think it was Dalmarnock, maybe our pool ranger was saying that they had the last 2 games at home, they'd won 3-0 themselves, you know, in their last 2 games. So they'd have come out fairly confident, wanting to play a bit of football. And it took us a wee while just to get a grip of the game. I think the goal changed things a wee bit, though. You know, when we got the first goal, that kind of swung in our favour a wee bit, you know.
At the goal, the ball was played into Candace. He played a wee pass through to Defoe. Defoe played a pass through to Arfield. A bit of luck.
Yeah.
Sort of ricocheted off the boy's shin. Would that be fair? Would you say it was or did they miss kick it for Newbridge, the centre halves?
I think he tried to intercept it and probably got a foot to it. But obviously a miss kick of some description because he just pushed it a wee bit too far away from himself and Arfield straight in and smashed it into the net. I think going a bit to
did that not just show you something when you seen that yesterday, Rudy, that centre halves can only go the way they're facing?
Shocking, isn't it? Just shocking.
I'm sure our bridge man wasn't one of the kind of players. Though.
Oh no, that guy would never have got to the ball. Never have got to the ball. I can assure you that.
He would have hit Arfield before he hit the ball.
Can I just say that I agree with Rudy about the 20-minute thing, but what I think the change was...
What about the tin custard?
Well, the tin custard, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Because his wife normally makes homemade stuff. So when you, based on what he's saying, I don't know whether he made the custard. You get that, darling. I'll get the custard. Okay.
I'll get the custard. I know how to do the custards. I microwave there, love. I
love it. Now, can I just say that the first 20 minutes, I think they weren't the normal Motherwell play that we were expecting. I think we were maybe expecting the goalkeeper to punt the ball right up the park, and what it looked like is they were starting to play it out much the same as we have done. So play it out for the goalkeeper to the I don't know, 4 at the back, and let them pass it across and so on and so forth. But I don't think they're anywhere near as good at doing it as other teams, not even us, but as other teams, you know. And I think they made a few mistakes. But the first 20 minutes, they were quite good at it. Then they would get the ball and they would lump it, but slightly different from what they've played before when they just punt it right out of the park, because they never had anybody there that could win a ball too well in the air, truthfully. So things might be changing at Motherwell, but I'll tell you what, they get their arse felt, that's the truth. They did get their arse felt with these mistakes.
Shocking, well, they got the goal. I mean, it was obviously the boy came off. Defoe played the pass in the right area, and the weight was nearly spot on, but the boy sort of put it in the Arfield. A good finish for Arfield, Rudy.
Fantastic finish, and it's just what we've been looking for Arfield, you know. I think, is that 11 goals now? His hat-trick yesterday, I think.
I think it was 10. He's the highest scoring midfielder in the country, I think.
Right. Well, we've been wanting this from Arfield, haven't we? Contributing more in the box and especially goal scoring wise. I mean, I know he scored a few, but I reckon yesterday I thought his 3 goals. I thought he took them all.
One at a time, Rudy. One at a time.
Okay, that first goal, Ox, it's right what you said there. It was taken so well. You know, he still had a lot today. You know, Defoe tries to slip the ball through him. You know, defender gets a wee touch in it. Messes it up a wee bit, but it, you know, trundles into the path of Arfield. He still had to battle the defender to get to it, you know, and slam it past the goalkeeper into the net. So he still had a fair bit today. So it was absolutely a fantastic goal for him. He took it so well.
Mm-hmm. All right, Bridgeman, so people want to join us. What's the number?
Well, the number's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, Rudy Bear?
They can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online. If you've been in before, Fox will bring you straight into the call. If not, he'll sort you out, but in a nice way.
Oh, in a nice way. If he's about, I think you might find it might be old school boy. He might be busy the all during the night.
Wow.
I'm no one for giving away secrets, but let's just say he's older than he was in yesterday's show.
Oh my God.
So we move on to the second goal. Again, Candeias, who I didn't think had a good match, but was involved in the 3 goals.
Oh, can I just say, I watched the game back again after, you know, after the post-match show yesterday. I sat and watched the game back again. I don't think Daniel Candeias played as badly as we kind of thought he did, to be honest. I know Stevie for the drum had quite a bit to say, you know, about Candeias, you know, and I sort of get where he's coming from because he hasn't been great in the last few games. But if you actually watch the game, he had a wee bit in every goal. He took a wee part in it, you know, and I'm not so sure whether he was as bad as maybe some of us thought he was, to be honest.
Oh, he was.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yeah.
I think the pass he made to Defoe was the first pass he'd made in the first opening quarter of the game. You know, can I just make an announcement here? We're getting a lot of unknown calls. We don't know who they're for. Of course, we're not going to let in the show when you're no get the manners to gauge your number. So don't waste your own time or ours. Thank you. Then the second goal, Jack and Arfield sort of closed down in the corner. Candeias, the centre half, should have cleared it, in my opinion, passed it to the young boy. Candeias bugged him, bought a Jack. Ball inside to Arfield, and another great finish, Bridgeman.
Yeah, I think the finishes were excellent yesterday, seriously, and a really good pass, and well worked. I think Rangers worked well. The press and everything about it, really, really good, and that was a very clever goal. Very clever.
It was the way of the pass that made it easy for him, yes.
Absolutely. And actually, when you mentioned that Candeias there, it was Candeias that did the high press and took the ball off the guy. And obviously, we'll maybe talk about it later on, but they're certainly not getting the credit for anything at all, as far as I can see. But a great goal, well scored.
Good goal, Rudy.
Aye, excellent goal. See, you watch Arfield as well, Scott Arfield, when he takes Jack, you know, passes to him. It's the way he shapes his body up. You know, if you watch, he kind of goes on, he moves his body kind of sideways, curl the ball into the net. It was a fantastic.
We've been joined by a caller. Caller, you've got the show in the background. Can you turn it off, please?
Yep, no bar.
Right, damn it. On you go, Rudy.
It was fantastic. The way Arfield shaped up when he got the ball from Ryan Jack passed the bottom. You know, he kind of moves body kind of slightly to the side to curl the ball, to get the leverage in the ball, to curl it into the net. It was a fantastic goal. He shaped up really well for it and took it brilliantly, you know. Second of a really good hat-trick, yep.
Evening, caller. How are we doing?
All right, mate. Not too bad yourself.
Aye. What's your name, mate?
William.
Oh, William. We don't get many of them on here.
My dad's name, I know.
What's on your mind, mate?
No, I just want to pick up in the Candeias yesterday.
Aye, fair comment, mate. It's all about opinions. Give us yours.
I was at the game myself. He made some decent runs. I'm not really sure he was as bad as people are making it was.
No, I don't think anybody played bad for us yesterday. Daniel Candeias worked really hard. He brings a lot of the team, but it's in possession. He lets himself down, yeah. I mean, if you,
on you go, mate.
He was involved in the 3 goals. He made a pass into Defoe, a simple pass. But if you watched the game before that, maybe 5-6 passes, they all went astray.
I know what you mean.
That's the downside to Daniel's game. Now, maybe he's just lost a wee bit of confidence. Might have some stuff going on. We don't know, but he's not the worst player we've ever seen. But I think if we want to move to the next level, we need more consistency in that position.
Here we go.
Good effort, wasn't it? See me, I lost that caller there in 025, but I'm sure he'll be back again.
He sounded about 13, didn't he?
Well, good effort. They love us, eh? Anyway. So the third goal, but I think before that, Defoe got a goal chopped off. What a finish that was, Bridge.
It was a brilliant goal, and really and truly, I was disgusting getting that knocked off for offside. Our officials are absolutely poor. I mean, seriously poor. That, even the first glimpse on a television camera from God knows where it was, but you could see by anybody's standard, they was well onside. I can't believe they gave him offside for that. I can't believe it. So the officials are very poor, but a really good goal, well taken, straight in there, put it in the net, bang, there you go. Thank you very much. But unfortunately, I think we've had too many of these decisions that went that way, that we ended up putting the ball in the net, but somebody's chalked off for offside or pulling or something like that,
That's 6 now, Bridgeman. 6 goals, that 5 of them have been shown after the game to be perfectly good goals.
Do you remember the matches, Rudy? That's your homework for tomorrow night, yeah?
Dundee. Big laugh.
Dundee. Yeah, big laugh, right? Cost us 2 points, right?
2 points. I mean, you could probably run through them on. They probably did cost us 2 points in most of the games, Ox,
I know that's you back at school. 1 out of 6, mate. You need to do better.
As well. So there's 2. It was just a wee stat I saw online,
Get the games. We get the games, and obviously we've got a couple of weeks to talk about it.
Aye, I'll sort it out for you, Ox. Don't worry, mate. I'll sort it out. I thought Defoe deserved a goal yesterday because I thought he played really well. So that the third goal I know you're going to come on to the third goal, but it was a real team goal. The third goal, which he's a team player, Defoe. He's got bags and bags of experience. And like I said at the weekend the other day, had Alfie been in that position, I'm not so sure Alfie would have squared it for Arfield. Foe did. And it turns out he said to Arfield at half time, I'll sort you out with a hat-trick. And he certainly did that for him, didn't he?
He sure did. So, again, Cadiz and Defoe mugged the Murray, try to play in the wrong areas of the pitch, in my opinion, but they get mugged. Defoe comes away with the ball, cuts inside. I think everybody thought he was going to shoot. They just rolled it to Scott Arfield. They're a lovely first-time finish. Back the way the boys came. Good goal, simple goal. Yeah, that's what Scott's about. I think angles and position rather than power. He's not that kind of player, Bridgeman.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But I think we've seen Morelos doing it a couple of times. He's actually managed to bring people into the game when he was starting to get closed down. But I think the centre forward in him, given the situation that Defoe was in, he's man on man. He might have managed to catch out this side sight and push it over to him, but I don't think so. I think he would have just went in there and tried to blast it in, But well played, Defoe, really and truly. A wonderful pass right into his foot and bang in the net. Just great to see. I think there's going to be Mr. Gerrard, the MBE, is going to have some decisions to make in the very near future. Because if they continue playing as they are, I mean, the team, his strategy, the way he's got the team set up, if they continue playing like that and the defence do quite as every bit as good as they've been doing, no goals conceded, that'll be a big choice. It'll be a big gamble by him for him, because that's like 6 goals in two games and no goals conceded against Hearts and Motherwell. You'd have ripped the hand off him for that, wouldn't you?
Well, I think it's more so the manner of the performances for me, Rudy, because the Hearts performance, we played really well, steamrolled them a wee bit. Motherwell didn't start so well, but after we got the 2 goals, we were in complete control.
Aye. Yeah, complete control, as you say. And the third goal, just that's it, game over with. I mean, I thought at half time anyway, I thought there's only one team going to win this game. In the previous game to that, as you say, Hearts was I thought it was an excellent performance against Hearts. Absolutely steamrolled them, to use your phrase, Ox. We certainly did. Long may it continue. They seem to be discussing the other day whether Steven Gerrard had sort of stumbled upon a formation. Because needs must. Alfie's got his booking, he's banned because he's sending off. So he's had to change it a wee bit, and so far so good. It's been working. It's worked really well. Defoe looks like he's fitter, he's sharper. He's getting involved in the games properly than it just now, and so is Stephen Davis as well. Stephen Davis is starting to come out in a game. It's taking him a wee bit of time.
Aye.
Quality.
See, you mentioned Defoe there, mate. No, what surprised me, the fact that the big bruisers, it doesn't worry him. He seems to just.
Do you not think he's faced that before, Ox, though?
It's just Scottish football's a wee bit different, isn't it?
Aye. But he's faced this before. He's faced big defenders. They might know what a part of the way he's probably going to get up here if he starts scoring goals for fun, But listen, he's got bags of experience. He knows how to move into space. He knows exactly what's required of him, and he's starting to show that for us now, I think, Ox,
I think he's small and really, really strong. He's got big, strong legs, as I say, or thick, strong legs, as I say. And he doesn't do the challenges that someone like Morelos would do. He doesn't do the physical challenges. I mean, he's very quiet and unassuming. When the ball's coming to him, he does what a lot of other centre forwards will do, only better. He can hold the centre forward off him or the defender off him, and still manage to control the ball and use it. And sometimes when it's with Morelos, there's a bit of violence involved, hacking, shoving, pushing, biting, even. I don't know. But with that boy there, Defoe, there's nothing. He either can do it or he can't, and he knows his experience tells him what to do, and he wins. And he wins the ball nicely, and he's always quite smooth, and he distributes the ball quite well. So you can't ask much better than that. He doesn't get involved in any serious challenges. Never gets involved in it.
Do you know how Fox described it to me? And I don't know what he meant by this, but he said Morelos is for Castlemilk and Defoe's for Kings Park.
A bit upmarket then, is that right? Is that what you mean?
Well, the way I took it, is sort of Morelos is a street fighter, and Defoe plays with his brain. With Morelos, Alfie's all but it's all instinct to him and strength. He likes a physical contact. Where Defoe's trying to get half a yard to get away from that. Just different styles,
Yeah, I think it's just the way he plays. The way he plays football. There's that, shall we say, that challenge that is. In his upbringing, the way he played football, but go and challenge for the ball, but no, he doesn't go in and boot people. Truth be told, I don't see him injuring anyone. I haven't seen him injuring anyone. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see him injuring. He goes in and he wins the ball. He's very strong, but it's controversial way because he beats the centre half and he leans into them and all that crap. Whereas that wee guy Defoe is very unassuming. He just does it. It glides closely next to them, and then the next minute he's away from him. Like yesterday, he sent 2 guys the wrong way yesterday when he passed that ball to Arfield. He actually dummied 2 guys inside. Away he went 5-10 yards and pushed the ball wide to Arfield in a goal. Fabulous goal, really and truly. I thought it was a brilliant goal.
A nice finish as well. Again, Arfield, Rudy just passed it back to the other side.
Aye, cross the goal.
Nice finish.
Cross the goalkeeper into the corner of the net. Fantastic. I took his 3 goals brilliantly. He's obviously got that in his locker, but I think that's his first career hat trick, isn't it? So it probably couldn't have come at a better time, in all honesty.
If that's his first career hat trick, would you like to hear from Scott Arfield?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Get yourself on mute.
I'm on mute.
I'm not saying he's phoning in. Just get yourself on mute and we'll hear from him.
Scott, your first professional career hat-trick, what did that mean to you today?
Means a lot. Obviously, with a club this size to do it in front of the travelling support, a place like this, and they're a top team now. They're drastically different from what they were at the start. They like to go and play, and I think that suited us today. And the chances came, and thankfully put them away.
Playing in that advanced role, something you've done for Burnley. How much do you enjoy that?
Slightly different. I mean, at Burnley it was more a 4-4-2, and it was wide at either side, coming in pockets. This was today, especially was right up, and I think Jermaine needs people around him to slot him in. He's different for Alfredo and Laugh, and I just tried to complement his game as much as possible. Sometimes you take a little bit away from your game, but it was all about me and Daniel to supplement him and try and get him in the game, and we've done that. And thankfully in the third one he passed it to me, which I'm not sure he would have done.
Yeah, very unselfish from Jermaine. Obviously, 2 of the 3 goals came from the guys pressing the ball really high up the park. Is that something I've seen it all season, but the mind's just been really on it this last week?
Exactly that, and even yesterday we were kind of working on a system that was going to kind of get after them and exploit them in certain positions. And if we can do that higher up the pitch, that's exactly what we want to do. Jacko for the second goal just puts it in a plate for me. Thankfully that went in, and obviously Jay for that one, and I think it was a defensive error for the first one, but that's what we wanted to do, to press team up. We've done it on numerous occasions this season in different times. We've not consistently done it for a number of games. We had a tricky time in March, so hopefully that's behind us now, and we press teams high like we did at Celtic at Ibrox, and really get after teams, which we've done today.
And that consistency that you've shown in the last 2 games, I guess, goes without saying. That's what you need now for the rest of the season. Of
course. I mean, that's 6 goals in 2 games. That's what we want to do. We want to entertain fans, especially when they come in the numbers. And they were quite rightly quite angry with the whole of March. We fell away quite quickly, and obviously in the dressing room it's not good enough for us, and we knew that. So it's all about now bouncing back and getting after teams and making it as difficult as possible to go after them. And thankfully with the results and the goals, it's great for us.
And a nice moment for yourself as well at the end, just going over to the fans with the match ball.
Exactly, first time I've ever been able to do that. Normally it's the strikers that do that, Alfredo. You always look at that as players, is that going to be your time? Thankfully it was mine today.
Seem to enjoy yourself, Bridger.
I think I have to say there's that old term that people used to use. I think the lad's living the dream. You know, I really do. He's obviously been a big Rangers man in his day, and he's probably his family as well. And to come out and play he's had quite a good season up to now, and that was icing on the cake for him. Fantastic, a big hat trick, first in his career. You can't ask for any more and any better, and he's played well against the bigger teams. So it's not a fluke.
Rudy's got homework for tomorrow night, so here's yours, mate. Yeah, you're listening.
I
know it's been a long time. You got the chalk and the slate out ready to mark this one. The points we've dropped when Scott Arfield's no been in the team. Anyway, Rudy, you seem to enjoy that,
Aye. And why would you know? 3 cracking goals, good performance. He's actually kind of stepped up in the last couple of games. I had a good moan about him not that long back there, and 1 or 2 other boys on the forum.
Aye. Listen, if you don't play well here, you'll get it. You know, people will say you don't play well.
That's right, and he hasn't done at times, you know. But yeah, certainly couldn't quibble with his performance. I think in the last couple of games, I think he's played really well. Took his goals brilliantly yesterday, and that's what we've been wanting from Scott Arfield, because he's got it in his locker. He's got it in his locker and bag, so he has. And I think this formation seems to suit him really well now. So it does. So let's see how it goes for the rest of the season. If we keep performing like that, scoring a few goals and keeping a clean sheet, a couple of games time, after the next couple of games when Alfredo's due to come back, we maybe struggle to get back in the team again.
We're the player of the year.
You're the player of the year,
Anyway, if people want to give us on phone, what's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where you'll be brought into the call with the one and only Fox. Sorry, old school boy Foxes at tonight. I am really pleased in the last couple of performances. I was actually pleased with Scott Arfield's performance last Sunday as well, Rudy.
Aye, I thought it was a decent performance from him. He's got bags of experience as well. Scott Arfield playing in the Premiership. You know, he's highly thought he'd done that. Wanted to come back up the road, and luckily enough, he came to us. But I think we need a wee bit more of him consistently, though, Ox. You know, seems to perform in the bigger games. We need that right across the board, no matter who we're playing, you know, with every player in the team. But Scott Arfield, being one of the experienced players on the side, he's got to perform more consistently. He showed us in the last sort of 2-3 games what he's capable of. That has to be an ongoing thing for Scott Arfield, you know.
All right, we'll be joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
Right.
How we doing? What's your name, mate?
Good, mate. My name is Brian.
All right, mate. What's on your mind?
Just Morelos, how he's just getting sent off 5 games that now.
Aye, it is, aye.
Aye, and I just feel like you are not the people, and we're
another 12.
No, the problem is it's the school holidays, isn't it?
Aye, they've not got nothing to do with our time, have they?
Aye, they're allowed up late.
Aye.
Anyway, where were we? Aye, Scott Arfield, aye. I think he's. It'd be interesting to see when Bridge does his homework for tomorrow night. The points have dropped when he's not been in the team, and then you've got that other stat. That'll be interesting as well, Rudy.
Hello, I'll have a wee look at that. I've only 2 come to mind just now, but I saw that wee stat on social media yesterday actually, and I thought that's quite interesting. 5 goals out of 6, you know. And as you see him go back to the Dundee game and the Lafferty's goal, which was perfectly acceptable, but linesman decided it was offside. You know, it makes you kind of wonder how many points have we lost because of that kind of performance from a match official, you know?
I think of the other games where the goals chopped off. I'm trying to think, Rudy.
There was the one that crossed the line. It was either against Motherwell or Kilmarnock. Mind the one that crossed the line, and they said it hadn't crossed the line.
That was a League Cup tie.
That's the League Cup, was it? Right.
Aye, that was a League Cup tie. Morelos got a hat-trick that day, didn't he?
But that might be included in the...
Mm-hmm. Aye, it still doesn't matter, aye. Still another 5, aye.
Yep.
So, I'm really pleased with Scott Arfield in the last week. I know that people will be critical of any player if we don't think he's playing well, but it's only people's personal opinions, Bridge, yeah?
Absolutely, bud. Absolutely. I mean, the Rangers fans can only comment on what they're seeing, and they've all got different opinions. I think, to be honest, they're very close. In general, we're very close, you know. So, yeah, a wee bit here and a wee bit there doesn't mean much, you know. But, you know, we're talking about that young man, what do you call him, Arfield. I think he's just been great for us. For someone that's come up and, you know, in a pre-contract, and he's hardly done anything wrong. I think he was struggling for a full 90, you know, to get a full 90 in, and he may still be like that. I don't know, but my goodness, the minutes he's been on, you're getting good stuff from him. What is it? Is it 11 goals? I think it's 11 he scored this season.
Is it as many as I thought? I was 10, but
it might be 10. It might be 10. That's just tremendous, just absolutely tremendous, you know.
As we said yesterday, that's as the top goal scorers in the league, Rudy Bear.
I was quite surprised about that, Ox, when you mentioned that. I hadn't paid too much attention to it, in all honesty. But then when you look at Alfredo, top goal scorer, you know, in the league, and you kind of think, well, possibly we should be, you know. But I was a wee bit surprised when you mentioned that, Ox. For me, it's for us all, really, it's the draws that's done us in this season, isn't it? You know, dropping so many points because
I'm sure when the season's finished and we reflect on it in bits and pieces, we'll get more annoyed for a couple of nights and then we'll start looking forward there.
Aye, well, you have to, don't you, as a football fan?
Well, can I just say, if any Rangers supporter wants to phone us, the number's 01413561972. Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online.
I love it. I love it.
Dear, oh dear.
I saw speaking about that, I saw something on Follow earlier on this evening, and it says, I think they did the same on Radio Clyde, and pretending to be a Rangers fan and phoned in. That's what I read in Follow. I never heard it, but it'd be quite interesting to hear if any of the boys actually heard that. I don't know what the guy's name was, but apparently it was quite funny. So I don't know.
You quite like that kind of thing on Radio Clyde, though, Bridgeman, don't they? You know, Rangers fans. It kind of suits the show, doesn't it? Suits
well, you know, I listen just for badness. I listened to the I can't remember what they call it again. I listened in to the Saturday night show. Now what was it? Now I think that it was the listen again thing, you know. And there wasn't not one Rangers fan had phoned in, not one. On Saturday night, it's gospel truth. Not one Rangers fan had phoned in.
And you know why?
Maybe
you know why that is, Bridgeman, don't you? The Rangers fans are out on Saturday night having a life out with their wives and stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, I wasn't meaning that. It just no Rangers fan had phoned in, and then somehow or other, I don't know if it was the first one, but let's assume it was the first caller saying he was a Rangers fan, and it turns out a lot of folk doubt very much if he was a Rangers fan.
Yeah, I'm a Rangers fan. That.
I think you got another caller boxed here.
We haven't, mate. We haven't.
Oh, sorry.
There's a Fox put a number in there.
I know. That's the number they should. All they had today was ring the phone. They're quite good at ringing it now. Maybe if they'd done it a few years ago, they would have been getting all this trouble.
Ox, will I read it out? Yeah.
What's that?
For any Celtic fan, it's one.
No, don't bother.
Sorry, Ox.
Yeah. It's all right for me. It's not all right for you. It's all right for Bridge.
I think with these
life for him's a 3 month stint. You know what I mean?
But I think with these funny phone calls that we're getting, it's always better to let one person deal with them, which would be Oxtear. He's handling quite well. Him and Fox have been in the background. There isn't very much we can do about it, and I think any comment.
Don't give them publicity, bud.
I'm saying that any comments we would want to make, I would rather we hold off and don't make any comments on them.
You know. Anyway, as I said, if any Ranger supporter who listens to the show, I've got something to comment on yesterday's game. Give us a phone on 01413561972 or join us on Skype at rangersradio.online.
Hello,
how we doing, mate?
No bad.
Who's this?
Baloo Bear.
How we doing, Blue? All right?
No bad, mate. Yourself?
What's on your mind, mate?
I've apologise for not having phoned as often. I got into it for a wee while there, but I've been quite busy, so I've just not got back around here. But I listen most nights, so. One of the goals I think that was disallowed, was that not one of the games in Russia?
Oh, that was a big goal.
Yeah. Yep, that's right.
But that not made it 4...
they made it 4-2 at half time.
4-2 at half time,
4-2, that's right, yeah.
And it would probably went through with that.
That was a lovely goal as well.
Who was it again? Was it the boy, young boy?
Middleton.
Aye, can't remember. But
that goal could have completely changed that game, Blue, couldn't it? If you get it.
That would have finished that game. That would have finished it.
4-2 at half time. Their heads would have been down. Would have done them in the second half.
Yeah.
Sorry.
On you go, boy. On you go.
I was just going to say we're pretty dominant in that game. We had a good performance against them at Ibrox, and I thought we were excellent over there as well. I don't know how we actually ended up. Did we draw that or did we lose that?
No, we lost it in the end.
Lost it.
Aye, 4-3.
Excuse me.
Aye. There's a man that does his homework when he comes on the show. You just come out with a statement and nothing to back it up.
Well done.
Try to give him that corner, you, and try to help him behave yourself.
Cheers,
Anyway,
boy.
listen, I've been listening for the last week.
You wouldn't
Matt,
happen to know the recipe for homemade custard, would you?
I'll text it to you.
All right, cheers, mate. Just for Rudy.
All right, homemade custard. Get homemade custard on YouTube, mate. It's dead easy.
You get it in a tin.
Is that the one you get in the tin?
No,
okay
homemade
with that
custard.
one.
I'll behave
He's
yourself.
okay with that one.
I think I've got a Celtic fan phoning in.
Aye, I know,
Rangers Online
homemade
here.
custard. That's what we knew. That's what we worried about you, Rudy, when we heard the tin
Homemade
custard.
custard out of tin.
Behave.
Right, so, aye. Now, I was going to phone in the last couple of nights because everybody was... I think they're a wee bit angry after the Morelos getting sent off against Celtic. And then you've got guys saying we're going to sell Tavernier and we're going to sell Candace is done and we're going to sell Morelos and all that sort of stuff. Where are we going to replace these guys by? How are you going to replace the industry that Candace is? And I agree he's not the best, but I'll tell you one thing, he's made Tavernier a better right back. And his industry is brilliant, and some of his layoffs are absolutely fantastic. I think the one against Celtic when he didn't. I mean, you can't say losing the ball 20 yards out for their byline is gifting a goal, and it led to the goal. But you know, the defenders have let us down with some of that stuff. The likes of Worrell sort of letting that boy.
Worrell was poor, but the mistake started with Candace, a blind pass.
It did. I agree. I'm
It
not
was a
trying
blind-
to cover that up
but-
at all.
It wasn't just a bad pass, it was a blind pass. He never looked where he was passing it.
Well, I actually thought what he was. I thought he thought he was going to lose it, and he just tried to get it away for the Celtic player. I thought he just tried to. I mean, he could see. I think it was McCrory. It was in front of him, and I thought he tried to get it to McCrory, but he just overhit it. So it's a bit like the Tav one. It wasn't really a real pass. It was just like one of these things. What are you doing? And it just so happened both of these stupid balls ended up.
Caused his goals. I mean, I agree that Worrell was 80, maybe 90% culpable, but the mistake started with Candace, you know.
Oh, aye, there's no doubt about it. And like the other goal, the mistake started with Tav. But I mean, these. I mean, when you think about what Gerrard has said about both of these boys, about Candace and about Tav, these boys have hardly missed a game. These boys are running an empty. I think, remember all the European games we've had, the amount of games that we've played this season, and I think, Gerrard and Ma, the way I understand what Gerrard's saying is he's very much, he might just be being polite, but I don't think he's the sort of polite type of guy that would come out and say things if he didn't actually mean it. And he seems to be saying that these boys are putting a right good shift. They've done him proud, and he think he rates both of them. And again,
I think as far as Tav's concerned, I think you're probably right there. I don't know how much it would cost us to replace Tav like for like. If I had to get looking for a right back, gave us the goals and assists that Tav gave.
If you just went for these stats, mate, you most likely have to spend about 10 million.
Exactly. That's a good point.
No, just on the stats, just for somebody to produce.
Oh, I know. Aye. I can understand what
I'm just going to say, and this team, it's a new team. And they're actually gelled now. We're actually playing good football most weeks, especially of late, the last couple of weeks. The last 3 games, you could say some of the performances within the team have been really, really very good. I see Gerrard moving forward, trying to consolidate that. I think he's going to try and keep the nucleus of the team as tight as possible. Do you know what I mean? Because he only wants to add quality. He doesn't necessarily want to lose anybody there, but he wants to add quality. And I think he knows where he's got to add it. And the defensive midfield, and in my opinion, central defence is shambolic, and a lot of the goals have come through there. And as you said, we're actually top scorers. We finished top scorers last year, and a few people. I mean, that boy CJ Nova, I listen to him quite a lot as well. And they were on last year going on about missed chances. We finished the season top scorers. It wasn't the scoring the goals that was the problem.
That was exactly my. I don't know if you listened into the show the other night. The night after, I think it was the night after the Celtic game. My point was the defence. But people were banging on about Morelos, and they've quite rightly so. If that's their opinion,
absolutely,
that's fine. But my point was, we've got bigger problems than a 29-goal, 30-goal a season striker.
You're not kidding.
Defence who couldn't keep Wayne's at a close at times this season.
And just cut across, we've been John Minard. Caller, how we doing, caller? You're on mute on Skype, mate. I'll be with us in a minute, Blue. I'll carry on, mate. Rudy, you finishing in?
It was, that was my point the other night, was the fact that, there's a lot of grief about Morelos and how he was a liability. And, my point was a 30 goal a season striker, some liability when you've got a defence there who couldn't keep Wayne's at a close at times. I mean, sometimes your defence, they're a nightmare. So they're an absolute bomb scare sometimes, And if it's no Worrell that's almost chucking one into the back of the net, it's big Goldson,
Correct.
So for me, the problem has been more this season. It's been the defence that's been the problem this season for me.
When you look at that table and you see we've scored more goals than them. We've only conceded, I think, something 7 or 5 or 7 goals more than them as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... See, if you had said that to me 2 years ago, or even a year ago, you're going to finish the season, you're going to be ahead of them in goals, but you're going to concede 7 less, and it's going to be because of draws. I would have bit your hand off for that. Obviously, I want to see...
Do you see improvement then?
I do. I see improvement and... Just the team in general, the sort of the way he's got them playing. I mean, there never seemed to be any heart or any will to change it with Mr. Murty or anything like that. I mean, no harm to the boy. Obviously, he's doing a good job at the level he's at now. But,
what a result today, by the way! What a result!
I didn't see it.
2-0 down and 1-3-2.
Oh, superb, brilliant! I'm just into work, that's why I've not caught up with anything yet.
All right, all our previous callers, none of them were working, mate, so it's good to hear somebody is working.
You have a lot of Celtic fans phoning in.
You can think that, but I can't possibly comment.
No, you couldn't possibly comment, exactly. So, and another thing, somebody said the other night about, this team that, he would like to sell and all that sort of stuff, and there was quite a lot of players in there. I mean, you remember what Gerrard said at the start of the season about Rossiter? After he got injured, he said Rossiter was a standout in the pre-season. He said he was the best player in the squad, and that was Gerrard's own words. I think Gerrard really rates him and thinks he's something else, and I think he wanted to get him out into a different environment, get him playing for a bit, and he's done it. And the boy is putting apparently some very good performances in. So I fully expect to see the likes of Rossiter back. And if he is as good as Gerrard thinks, and he seems to be as good as he's displaying at the minute, things can only get better.
I don't know about Rossiter.
I mean, it's good to see Arfield in that forward position. I mean, there's like the last 2 or 3 games, what a difference in a player. And I'm actually quite critical of Arfield because I think he's got a lot of time. He doesn't seem to close down tight. He's always in between 2 players, pointing at one and sort of half covering the other, and that's something that kind of annoys me. But I would like to see him actually get a bit tighter than people.
See,
you guys still there? Am I lost?
No, you're not talking to yourself. You're all right, mate. See, I agree with Arfield. There's been some games, and we've discussed it on here, and we think he's no. Oh, you still hear us?
I can't hear him. Do you hear?
Hello? Sure? I heard somebody saying hello.
What?
I heard somebody saying hello there.
I'm sure the technical department sorted it. Oh, he's gone. He'll be back in a minute. Hopefully, we'll bring him back in. We'll be joined by another caller. Nope. Interesting that people see it differently. Yeah, I think he's coming back in.
Somebody in now.
Yeah, just a minute. Hello, you back?
Aye, how you doing, lads? You first time caller tonight.
How we doing, mate?
What's
your name?
Mark Lynch.
Alright, what's on your mind, mate?
What's on my mind tonight? I've not seen a show now for weeks. I'm pretty impressed, obviously, what you guys thought about it. And just obviously what I heard you mention, stuff about Morelos and Tavernier and stuff. And I wrote down a couple of wee points on what you guys were, talking about and stuff. I just wonder if I could go over a few with you and get opinions and stuff to see if he's, agree or disagree.
On you go, mate. Floor's all yours.
Alright, well, I'm going to start with Morelos, lads. As much as I love a wee man, I absolutely adore a wee guy. I'm still pretty split. I say to myself, because his behaviour this year, especially if the Celtic game, I think, we're going to lose a couple of million off his price tag. So is it going to be worthwhile giving him another another season. If he'll stay, we'll give him another season to get him back to where he originally was. You know, get that price tag. I mean, 'cause to me, he's a £20 million player all day of the week. I mean, I think I've done Bailey and Edwards and all them bam players.
How much you got him at? How much you got him at?
I'm hoping between 15 and 20, mate, and I'm not kidding.
All right, okay, why?
Why? Because when you look at his goals, with Dembele and Edward, all they do is score goals. See the work that wee man DJ, he terrorises defences. He can play up front himself. He's like a very young Kenny Miller, only a lot more, you know, like maybe Tim Sunny's over the top.
More physical.
More physical, but he can do it, and he scores goals more regular than what, you know, Kenny Miller did. So I don't know if we need to maybe hold on to him for another 6 months to a year to get that his heat sorted for a start and get the Morelos back with a decent temper. But I don't want another thing, and that is I love his, not don't love his temper, but I love his fight and his drive and his passion for Rangers. And if you lose that for him, it would go and lose any of the player.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. But I don't know. Did you see his interview last night after he won the 2 awards?
No, I did not, mate. I did not.
Well, he done an interview. It was in Spanish, and he seemed very, very calm and very, very concise in what he had to say. And he seems to be intimating that obviously it was a Rangers do, but he was intimating. I don't know if you've seen it, Rudy Bridge, that he's really enjoying his time here.
And what do you think, lads? Do you think he'll go? Do you think he might have to stay to get, you know, his cell sorted? You know, and
I'm going to put my neck on the line. I'll put my neck on the line and say he'll still be with us in September.
You think so, Oxter?
Aye.
Oh, I don't know. I would like him still to be here, Mark, to be honest with you. You know, because I'm like you. I love him. I do. I love his work rate, his...
you know, I hope that wee ginger-headed pleb gets a job next year as well, because
so do I, mate. So do I.
We will win the league. We will stop 9-0. We shall take one of my next point in regard to Taverna. You mentioned him, right?
Yep.
Taverna, right? Not the greatest defender, as we all know, but I think, you know, can he be coached better at the moment? Can he be coached further? He's really still pretty young. But how do you replace 12 to 15 assists a season? How do you replace 12 to 15 goals a season? I think
we're going to watch this season with the goals, mate, because a lot of a high percentage of them have been penalty kicks.
Right, I know that. I
you know,
get that.
But the assists, just the assists. What I noticed yesterday, how Tavernier, I don't know if you noticed, he get fouled when the boy played right across our box, and he was there to clear it in the back post, and they get fouled.
Aye. Yep.
If you think back a couple of years ago, he had clangers in that position, Tavernier did.
Aye. Yep.
Can I just cut across you a second there, Mark? We've been joined by a caller on Skype. Evening, caller.
How you doing? Do you hear me?
Aye, we can hear you. Who is it?
Peter.
How are we doing, Peter?
No bad.
What's on your mind, mate?
Give me a wee sound for this radio.
Alright. But you're listening to Radio Clyde at the same time?
No, it's actually Radio 2.
Alright.
A long story.
Alright, mate.
Obviously, delighted with what happened yesterday.
Aye.
I thought they played well. The whole
Once
team.
we got the goal, why?
Candyman was a wee bit kind of out the picture, but he still done a shift for us. You know what I mean?
He never fails to put a shift in. That's no my issue with Candeias. I think he's a great attitude, but it just lacks a bit of quality with his final pass. And his crossing can be really hit or miss.
Well, if you look at the one a few weeks ago at Easter Road, the cross he put into the box was shocking, and yet look at the goal he scored.
He scored a brilliant goal that night.
I remember, whether it was a cross or no, it still went into the net. So
you never remember the back heel, but lads, for Morelos goal in Europe.
Brilliant.
He's got it in his locker. He's got it in his locker, but it's not consistent enough. But, you know, the other guy in Skype we are saying it's just not consistent. I think he has got it, but it's just not consistent. There has been a problem with the Rangers as a whole all season. I mean, if you look since Lennon took over, see the amount of points he's dropped. See if he won all them games when he's been dropping points. Where would we be, guys? We'd be a hell of a lot closer.
You get yourself upset. We do that every night on here. Get myself upset when we look at all that. And you come, Peter. And you come, Peter. Then we'll go back to Mark.
I'm saying keep believing. Like Marvin always said it. As long as they drop points and we keep winning, you know.
Well, you never know. You never know. Unlikely, but you never know.
I don't care that put 20 quid on them or something. I think 101 you're getting now for Rangers to win the league. It's worth a couple of quid.
Well, I'm really interested if it was still alive when we played them in May the 12th, wasn't
it? As long as we keep winning, you know. That's what else. But we need to keep winning.
It could be funny. They could stumble over the line and we could go on a good run there and beat them, and we could actually finish the season in a high. That would be quite funny, Peter.
Another helicopter Sunday, boys. Another helicopter Sunday. How would that be? How good would that be?
It's not out of the question. It's definitely not out of the question.
No, because they're rotten. They're playing rotten. If they took him over, they're playing rotten. Absolutely rotten. Just to go and talk about next season as well, lads. I still think my last a number 10. And there's one that I've got in mind to watch pretty regular. I know quite a lot of the Premiership team I've started to look at because of the way as though you've heard of a guy called Bradley Dack. He plays for Blackburn Rovers. He's basically their playmaker, and he's got something like, I'm sure right now he's got something like 15 goals.
Never heard. There you go. Never heard of him.
He's an absolute star guy. He reminds me of, it pains me to say it, it reminds me of a wee Ludo. That's who it reminds me of, a player like that, and I think that's what we're crying out for. See, when all these teams have won the 4-5-1, even the range strikers, it's practically the right half. Aberdeen, the way they play, Sheep, the way they play, then we've got to try and break them down. But we ain't got guys with that killer pass. You know, if you open up the fences, the only way Gascoigne used to be, you know, loud it used to. We've not.
Is that what we were hoping for? Was that what we were hoping for, Stephen Davis, Matt?
Is that his name anymore? You know, I remember when Walter Smith brought him in, he used to use him sort of out in the right, and then sometimes you would pull him into that number 10 role when he was fitter, quicker, you know.
10 years younger. 10 years younger.
His brain.
To be fair, he's getting better.
He's looking fitter. Same with Defoe. I think the fitter they look, the better they look.
Anyway, lads, just hold the thoughts, get yourselves on mute, we'll have a tune.
I get a wee tune going.
Well, that would do well in a lobby bridge, yeah?
Wow, what an enormous amount. Al McGear must be absolutely knackered. Well done, Al McGear. That one doing
the
a
one
treat.
I noticed was Butterbean, mate. He's always going to dance with a pink shirt with him. And
oh, I swear it is. Right enough. Well done, Butterbean, right enough.
Mm-hmm. I'm not worried about Butterbean. Can I just say to Martin, Blue Bear, listen, Skype trapped you to call. We'd love to hear you back on again, so join us again if you'd like, lads. You with us, Peter? So, he's still on mute. He's noticed that Bridge, you'll need to take him on a course, mate, and show him how to get off mute. Just press that microphone, Rudy, is that right? And he's all right?
That's how it's done, Ox, yeah. I took the course with the Bridge, man.
Reputation I've got.
You back? You back with us, mate?
I'm back, mate. I'm back.
All right. How do you think the season's gone overall, then, mate?
Well, as I've said before to the boys that I sit beside at Ibrox and that, I honestly don't think anybody really thought, I know Jimmy did, but we would really win the league this season, especially in Gerrard's first season. But the fact that we've came so close and we could have won a trophy, but we didn't because of obviously Morelos getting sent off and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, we're getting there. You can see there's an improvement. We had the run in Europe. It's brought money into the club and it's given us a bit of belief. And I don't think we're far away. I definitely don't think we're far away for next season.
All right, Blue Bear's back. Would you agree with that, Blue Bear? I don't know if you heard that.
I didn't hear all it, but I must admit, I get the idea and I can agree. But what I don't agree, and I know it's not going to be right, but I don't agree that Morelos has cost us the games. I know he's been sent off, and I know he was missing in the Aberdeen game and all the rest of it. But you know, we've scored plenty of goals. We've always scored enough goals to win games. What we seem no able to do is hold on to a lead, and that's not down to Morelos. That's not down to the forward line. That's down to the back four or the back five, whatever it's going to be.
Morelos was suspended for the semi-final against Aberdeen, but I think that was a mistake that Gerrard made playing him in the quarter-final against United. I think Stevie will answer that.
Well, I mean, they know he's going to be. They know he's going to be wound up. Start with a laugh, big laugh, or batter them about a bit, give him a hard time, and then later on put the wee man on. And I would maybe even have him behind Defoe just now, you know, because his industry is brilliant. I mean, he works like Messi works, but I'm not saying he's Messi or anything like it, but he works like he works, and I think him coming in behind a striker, running either side of him, because he's good with the ball at his feet, he's great at holding it up. It's just one of these. It's just a nightmare for any sort of defender.
I think his game's really improved in the last year, if I'm being honest.
Oh God, it's matured. But look who he's got to teach him. I mean, look at the people we brought in. I mean, European Cup winners. I mean, both our guys that came for Liverpool, you know, McAllister and Gerrard. How good must it be for a young boy to learn after these guys? Because they must be absolutely steeped in, you know, experience. They're quality players when they were playing. And that's another thing that's not been sort of really talked about when we've been talking about strengthening the squad and that sort of stuff. They're saying about, you know, we need to try and get somebody maybe at £500,000 and bring them on and make them. But we're going to be able to attract people the way Souness did when Souness came. He's going to get guys that are coming at the end of their career that have maybe only got 2 or 3 years to go, that are still got a game in them, and they're coming at the end of a contract. And I'm sure Gerrard and the whole backroom team know what they're looking for and know who they're looking for. I wouldn't pretend
we need winners. We need about 4 or 5 guys that's going straight into our first team to move us on. No squad players.
Can I come in that, pal?
On you go, mate.
I was just going to say, based on this season alone, from a media and press perspective, you would think it was 2 duds we had as manager and assistant manager, because they got no respect at all from the relevant parties. None at all. And that's being honest. That's what I think. I think they've got no respect for Steven Gerrard and what he's done, and no respect for Gary McAllister simply because he's with the Rangers. Maybe if they were with another team, then it might be entirely different. But we, as a club, are getting nothing from our press and media, we're not getting anything that we should be getting.
And you're right, and it's not because it's Gerrard, it's because it's Rangers.
I think so. I really do think so. Yeah, I really do.
No question.
Just to let you know, Bridge, we might be at war with the press. Have you not noticed?
Oh yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I think we're winning it.
Peter, Bluebear mentioned some there, but just about Messi. Did you happen to see the wee goal that Messi's mate scored yesterday at Wembley? What a goal that was! The first one for Watford.
No, brilliant goal, wasn't it? Absolutely fabulous.
Absolutely fabulous. Rudy Berassin, was that you playing for Paris Saint-Germain last night with that miss?
Run ye ox.
That was a shocker, wasn't it?
He had scored that. He never would have scored that ox.
Oh, that was a topper. Did you see it?
2 inches.
Jesus.
2 inches, unbelievable.
Anybody who's not seen it, go and look for that Paris Saint-Germain miss. You'll not believe it unless you've seen it. Peter,
mate, I was going to say, I don't know how you feel. I don't think Morelos is comfortable playing with another striker. I think he's got to be the main man, as somebody was saying earlier, like Kenny. I mean, there's very few folk, as you know, I mean, Boyd couldn't play his cell. Kenny Miller could play his cell. And to me, Morelos is the same type of player. If he's playing along with another striker, it just doesn't seem to work. You know what I mean? I would like to have seen a boy like Hardy getting a wee chance, like a target man to win the ball for him. But I don't understand why Murty never gave him the chance, because Murty was his gaffer. It was Stuart McCall that introduced him. And he scored 2 goals for us at Dumbarton. One was an overhead kick. Do you remember that? And Boyd was struggling to score down at Dumbarton. It was a hard place to go. All right, it was, 3-4 seasons ago, but Mick Hardy done it, no bother. And he scored goals for fun.
Was it his debut?
That was his debut, aye. Stuart McCall gave him the chance. And I think Pedro played him a couple of times at Ibrox. Whether he started him or no, I can't remember, but he did give him a chance. But Murray never gave him a chance. And I still can't get my head around that, because he was his gaffer.
Peter,
I don't know what that was all about.
Peter, I don't know if you agree with me, mate, or not here, but I don't think Hardy, the boy Hardy, will make it at Rangers. I think if he was going to make it, he wouldn't have been out on loan so much. I think he'd be here.
But he's not really had a chance, that's what I'm saying.
No, I agree. But I think also the reason for that is success of managers, as you say. You know, Murty was his gaffer. You think Murty would have gave him a fair crack at the whip. Then you've got Caixinha, you know, who didn't really seem to rate him. Put him back out on loan again, and Steven Gerrard's done the same thing. I think if he thought there was anything about the boy, I think he would have had a crack at it by now. And I think that's why I don't think they rate him, to be honest. So
why give him another year extension then? That's playing for Scotland and scored that day. He was playing for Scotland the night before. He came off the plane and scored for Livingston the following day. 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, and I think probably the possibility is, though, Peter, that Livingston's his level. You know, he's found his level.
Livingston's in the Premier League. We can't beat Livingston.
No. The boy's a good player. There's no doubt in it. No. You know, enough player. But is he a 30-goal-a-season striker?
No, obviously no, but there's very few of them, is there?
No, I know. Well, this is a problem with Alfredo, isn't it? If he goes in the summer. My point earlier was, and I think somebody else made the same point, if Alfredo goes in the summer, how do you replace that 30 goals and the work rate? It's not just about his 30 goals, it's about the work rate, you know, and how he batters defenders about all over the place. Players like that are hard to come by.
You've also got to remember that he scored 19 goals in the league, but we've scored another 50-odd goals without him.
Arsenal scored 11. The 4 scoring goals.
So we're getting goals. I think it was Bluebear. I don't know. I can't remember who mentioned it earlier on, but putting the ball in the net hasn't been our issue. But it has been in certain games when we've struggled against these 10 men against the ball. But you think about it, we're beating Kilmarnock 1-0 at Ibrox, lost a goal. Beating Hibs twice 1-0 and lost a goal. You know, so you've got to see games out when you get in front sometimes, and that's how you win the league.
It's maybe just happening too late for us, Oxford. Let's say like Defoe and Davis starting to look the part now a wee bit better. Obviously, they weren't playing games before, apart from Davis playing well for Northern Ireland and kept his place. But now that he's got a bit of game time, and he's not going to lose the class he's got, same with Defoe. But it's just happened too late for us. But it might be the difference for next season. Who knows?
I have to agree with that, actually. I think it has come a wee bit too late. I was saying that earlier on in the season. You know, we needed... We were a wee bit always 2 steps behind. We really needed time for Davis and company to get in and get games at minutes under their legs, as you say, and get on there and get some match fitness. It's coming now, and I think they've been excellent over the last couple of games for us. So I think when it comes to it, sorry,
I've always got a problem with people trying to get match fitness in your first team, mate.
Yeah, I know it's difficult. It's really difficult.
That's not something I agree with. I think we've been joined by our caller. Evening, caller.
Hi, evening.
How we doing?
Not bad, Oxford. It's just what you were talking about there. See if we beat the Celtic.
Aye.
Right. If we beat them on the 29th, right, with that wee break and then we come back out, right? But no, actually, we always flagged our 2 central defenders, right? Whether it's Goldson and Worrell, who's been mostly all the time. Catties is in there now and again. But the thing is, I don't know what happened. After we beat them, we seemed to go gung-ho and started attacking. And we left they 2 vulnerable at the back. We used to have a sitting midfield player. We didn't have that after we beat the Celtic. And everybody was going up. And even in the Celtic game, think about it, 2 goals. All right, Candias took 1 hour. And one of them lumped up the park. But we were still on the halfway line, where Golson should have took him out, if you know what I mean. But then we let him run for the halfway line to our penalty box. They scored. The second goal, Tavernier made a mistake. They get the ball, hit it to whoever it may be. He put it in the Forest. Where was our left back? Up the park. You know what I mean? So I don't know why we went gung-ho all of a sudden. But now, the last couple of games, Stephen Davis has been sitting back there, controlling things for the back. We've not conceded any goals and we've scored 6. Sorry for that.
That's all right. Bluebird, but obviously some people say, playing devil's advocate, that the pressure's off us. So that's maybe how we've gone out and done it, you know, but could we have done it with the pressure on us?
No, I don't think so. I think we just, I don't know what happened. See if no, you think about it. We played the Hibs, we played them half the park, right? A goal through the middle, because we'd no holding midfield player. Same with Kilmarnock, same with Aberdeen. And we left for 2 centre-halves wide open. As far as I'm concerned, we did. Don't get me wrong, I'm not that clever, I'm not that enamoured with our 2 centre-halves. And everybody's going on a big Worrell. But Golson for the last 3 or 4 games since he's been that clever either.
But again, he's not had an awful lot of football. This is the problem. This is what people forget. He'd only played about 3 or 4 games in about 3 seasons. Plus he had that big heart operation. Folk aren't taking that into account. He's played about 60 games or something, including Europe.
You think he'll be a better player next season? Is that what you're saying? For all these games and the experience?
I would say so. I definitely, Oxter. Definitely.
Aye. I mean, at the start of the season, Golston looked quite a cultured central defender at times, but there's been other times as the season's progressed, it looks as if he's towing a caravan. And I'm being fair there to him. I mean, he's not been the worst, but there's times when he's not been.
Well, Danny Wilson used to tow a caravan and he was off his age.
Aye, that's true. Aye.
You know what I mean?
Bridgman, I'll let him come in. He's my centre-half.
And the dogs were barking.
He's my centre-half expert. Bridge.
I like that wee clip there about the caravans and the dogs barking. That's quite good there. Good. I think our centre halves.
What was that all about?
I think our centre halves are
Foxy's house. Caravan and dogs barking.
So I think our 2 centre halves, they've done a good job for us. In fact, between the 3 of them, they've done no bad job for us. Unfortunately, Macaulay obviously he's not going to play again for us, I would imagine, unless there's some serious injury somewhere. So I think we're Worrell's going to go at the weekend. So we're left with the two of our own centre halves. I don't think those two are going to be the answer for us as we go forward. I think I've been quite open and honest in saying that. That's not to say they won't be good squad players. I think of the two, my preference is Goldson, and I think we really need a centre half, left-footed centre half, to balance the back four up properly. And if you put Barisic in there beside somebody who's got a left foot, I think you'll make a big difference. Seriously.
Do you know on the park yesterday, we'd only Defoe was left-footed on the park?
Exactly. It's just incredible. It's just absolutely incredible that you think all they're doing the one side there. We've not got anybody that's got a nice, sweet left foot that played yesterday. It's quite incredible.
Some people really would say that's one left footer too many, but what's your view?
I couldn't possibly say Ox. I think Bridge.
It's a bit late for that.
I agree with the Bridge, man. I think that come the summertime we should be looking for a big left-footed centre back. Bridge is banged on about this long and weary, and it's something he doesn't feel to mention every show. Right? Yeah, I totally agree with him. I don't think going forward these will be the two centre backs we'll have in the next couple of seasons. I can't see it myself. I think Worrell will be back at Nottingham Forest, obviously, come the end of the season. I prefer.
Will he?
I think he will. I hope.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I hope he is, Ox. I hope he is.
There's rumours going about that he's going to be staying, but we can't substantiate it. But that's for a good source. I told Jimmy last week.
Oh no, man, no.
But again, Gerard's seen something in him that he can work with and make him a better player. He's only 22, remember?
He's young for a centre back, isn't it?
That's what Gerard said.
Name is Katic, a lot of people. Some people don't rate Katic. I've saw a lot of stuff on the forums about Katic. I rate Katic. I think the boy's young. He's still got loads to learn. But I really
he has to get the heart for Scottish football. This is his problem. Remember, European football, you've got a lot of time, and also you're not going to be put up in the air every 2 minutes.
Well, he took a bit of doing on Sunday, and he came through that.
Definitely. They were hammering him on Sunday.
I was quite happy to see him coming through that. I thought he'd maybe sort of collapse a wee bit, but he seemed to get right through it, and he took a few dullions, didn't he?
Definitely. I stood up to it. I'll give him his due, but maybe he's learning. He's only just here. You've got to remember, some players can take a season and a half, 2 seasons before they even fit in.
Well, see, when you say that, there was something that happened. I mean, when I was in the Copeland front, there was a few boys running about me, and Haley's first season, they were ripping into him every week. And honestly, his touch wasn't great and all the rest of it. But he was just coming back. He had a bad injury when we
that's right, aye. He was nearly 18 months before he kicked the ball for him.
And he wasn't great the first season, but see, into the second season, you saw me started to bully people, and he was absolutely brilliant. But I think sometimes people just take a wee bit of time to bed in, don't they?
Oh, this is it. It's a totally different culture and all that as well. It's
true enough. Different. Like coming from Monaco to Ibrox and getting like Stenhouse Muir on a Wednesday night or something. Great, let me at it.
Big Cat looks as if he's somebody who's maybe they've done a bit of work on. I noticed yesterday he was coming and trying to dominate in the air, and he's a big lad attacking the ball that we hadn't seen at the start of the season.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what Goldson's really sort of. In my opinion, Goldson is really guilty of waiting for the ball to come to him. He just seems to do it too often for me, and he started to see this flicking it back. I mean, he tried it the other day there and it didn't work. I think out for a corner, but I'm not sure. But he's been trying to do this wee flick back, and there's always going to be one time when you really regret doing that, because it's going to either be somebody else there that you don't want to be there, or else the goalkeeper's going to miss it or something. Anyway, I think I've lost you guys again. Can you hear me?
No, we can hear you all right.
All right, that's all right. I just couldn't hear him there. I mean, I was on that last call earlier on.
We do that with people we don't like. We just kid on.
Is that the time already? Goodness me.
Can I come in, Ox?
Why don't you go, mate?
I was just going to say, we have to be, shall we say, a wee bit sympathetic with our centre halves. They've had a tough season for sure. Goldson has come back from the type of illness he had is tremendous. And I think I agree with you. There's some parts of his game need to be, shall we say, worked on or looked at. But I think Goldson would be a good centre half if you have a good partner for him. And maybe Katic may not be that partner, and maybe vice versa. Maybe Katic would be a really good centre half if you had a different partner for him. So somewhere along the line, we're looking for a really good centre half. In my opinion, we're looking for a really good centre half, a Terry Butcher type centre half who will lead the defence and so on and so forth. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for.
Do you mind if I come in there, boys?
Go, pal.
Do you remember when we had Craig Moore at right back?
Mm-hmm.
Craig Moore wasn't the greatest right back in the world. I mean, it was like a wee bit of pelters. It was a bit like Flanagan at the start of the season. It just wasn't a right back. He wasn't performing properly in that position. And
do you remember when John McClelland at left back?
Fortunately, I wasn't about then. But don't get me wrong, I'm old enough to have been about then, but I was at the country. But that thing with Craig Moore, they pushed him into the middle, which he was a centre half, and he immediately made Amo a better player, Big Amaruso.
It was hard as nails, no.
You need to make the partnerships. And when you make the partnership, you thrive, and other people can improve round about you. And even when one out of the partnership falls, the other one's got a bit of confidence to bring anybody else come in and in there.
It doesn't always work, but look at the time I put in Fox. Look at the time I put in Fox, and he's just let me doing it every opportunity. Anyway, we joined Mark's rejoined us. How we doing, Mark?
Aye.
Back again?
Just back again. Just to talk about your centre half, lads. You know, I always felt, you know, when you've got a young lion in there, you always need that, you know, that old head just to steady the ship. But I think our centre halves are all relatively young. As you said, Goldson's probably the oldest one out of a lot of them, but he's not played a lot of football. You probably remember when we get Carlos Cuellar for, I think it was 2.2 million or something like that for Osasuna. You know, I remember he made a massive difference to that was our Manchester final trip. I remember he made a massive difference to
played every game that season, every minute. You know.
He's one of the best, in my view, he's one of the best centre halves you've ever had. I thought
so what you're saying is you need young guy, you need a bit of experience.
I think being a guy around about, you know, 26 to the 30 mark, you know, somebody that's been around the block, playing maybe in the Championship in England, you know, a right hard B.
That's what Macaulay was for, wasn't it?
A right hard so-and-so, you know, I think 37's a wee bit too old. I think I want somebody that can still give, you know, 90 minutes, fit, physical, you know, a right presence. And one thing that's pissed me off all season as well is, lads, pardon my French, has been Tavernier's captaincy. You know, the captains, I remember my day, I'm going back as far as Terry Butcher, I'm 42, Terry Butcher, you know, guys like him, you know, Barry Ferguson, etc., who would come, you'd see them, and they'd grab a hold of these guys, you know, by the scruff of the shot, and tell them, you know, what it is to play for Rangers. You know, you bastard, you fucking get your finger out and get this done. You don't get enough of it after Werner. He's a mouse. He's an absolute
What's
mouse.
Your language, guys? What's your language?
I think you have different kinds of captains, and I accept that Tav's not a finger waver. I don't think Tav comes across as a natural captain, but as somebody pointed out here, it wasn't Tav that made him captain.
Gerard.
I don't think we shouldn't be blaming Tav for any weakness in his captaincy. What we should be looking for is who's going to be our next captain. That's what I mean.
Just what about Tav? What about the way he conducted himself yesterday, Rudy Bear?
Fabulous.
No, he's a classy guy. I mean, there's no doubt, and he's quality, you know, as far as going forward and all that goes. I mean, you had the rubbish with him yesterday, getting attacked once again with lighters and
at least we know it wasn't you that threw the pie. There was no chance of that.
I chopped up pie. But listen, Tav's a quality player in my opinion. You know, and all right, he's maybe not so much this season, but in previous seasons, you know, he's kind of let himself down a wee bit in his defensive duties. But we were just talking about it earlier on, what it would cost to replace him, you know, replace his assists alone for a right back. You know, it's funny money to replace that. Like, you know, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if come this summer. There's teams down south. I mean, if you look at them, apparently Brighton,
Crystal Palace might be after him. Yep.
Yep. So, and I don't blame them because you look at his stats alone for a right back. They're phenomenal. His stats from a right back position. You know,
he would probably suited to England more. I think he'd be probably suited to English football more than he would be our football.
They're keen on that, aren't they? Right backs that are athletes, full backs that are athletes and good going forward, and you know, chuck a few goals in. You know, chip in with a few goals, and basically can assist their forwards. You know, they're all about that in English football. But I kind of agree with most of the guys that seem to talk about Tav. They, you know, 90% of the Bears seem to think that he's not a captain. He's no captain material. I happen to agree with that. I would much prefer Tav just to concentrate on his game. You know, if he's not got a captaincy, all he's got to think about is playing football. Forget about the captaincy thing. You know, and somebody said the other night, it possibly could have been Bridgeman, said the other night that he reckoned the captain of the club in the next 2-3 seasons is not here yet. The captain will arrive at some point. I kind of think that.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think through the current squad now, and I kind of think of somebody. Maybe we're spoilt, lads, because of the captains we've had.
Aye.
You know, maybe we're spoilt and we've not seen that yet. Fed our guys, so maybe he isn't there yet. But maybe during the summer, Steven Gerrard will look for somebody like that. You know.
If you're looking at the mould and you're looking at what you're saying, you're talking about potentially a centre-half coming in around about 28, 29, who is going to be your captain. That's what you're intimating, I think, when you're saying you need somebody. You know, and I think that would be the end for Bridgie. We'd just be delighted, especially if he could kick with his left foot.
Well, listen, see when you think about it, I mean, the guy that's actually managing the team, Mr. Gerrard, Mr. 55, there wasn't a better captain than him.
No.
And I'm sure he knows the qualities he wants to see in his captains. And he's pointed out in his interviews as well, you know, he's not a shouter. He doesn't want to go shouting at guys in the dressing room and all that sort of stuff. I'm sure he probably does in his own way, but I think he might have a different view. I mean, you're talking about Rangers captains, and I agree with it. I love Butcher, love Goff and all the rest of it. I mean, we Barry and all that sort of stuff. Fantastic captains, really sort of bursting with pride, you know, sort of just to put the shirt on. So, you know, guys that were, you know, they would fight their granny just to make sure things were done right. But maybe just Gerrard's got a different view. Maybe he's got a bit of a modern viewpoint to it. I don't know. I would like to see somebody in the sort of Barry Ferguson, Richard Goff sort of mould, somebody that's tough and strong and vocal and all that sort of stuff. But it might be that we're going to have to accept somebody like Tavernier as captain because he sees different values in it.
I mean, obviously the way he conducted himself yesterday.
Oh, that's quality.
You know, you think certain other people have been caught in the arm and then went down as if they've been hit in the face, you know.
Exactly. And claimed to be hit in the face.
Aye. And manager and players of a certain club, yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, so...
bit of integrity, bit of pride. It was he handled it really, really well. In fact, he just turned around and looked back up at him and he threw the pie.
That was funny, he just looked...
There was a look in his face.
I think he was thinking, do you want me to heat the pie with a lighter, or... I don't know if you're sure what they're thinking.
I think that's twice this season our captain's been, shall we say, in one way or another been attacked. Yesterday by Looney's throwing stuff, and then at the time that I see that boy for the Hibs fan
got 100 days there.
But did you see what he got charged with and done for breach of the peace? Come on,
really?
He got 100 days.
But breach of the peace.
100 days what? Incarceration or?
Yeah, jail.
Oh, good.
100 days.
No,
just going back to that thing, do you know, when you mentioned Hibs there, people have said that this epidemic or the problem in Scottish football, I don't think your support's got a problem. We had an isolated incident and the boy paid for it big time. He get done. I believe he lost his job. He gets singled out within 10 hours he was in the press. You know, we had all these people yesterday with CCTV and nobody seems to know who they are. But I think the catalyst for all the problems in Scottish football, Mr. Petrie, the president of the SFA, And when your own club acted like they've done in the cup final, that was just made the open house for everybody, and that's where the problems have all stemmed from, in my opinion.
And the police did nothing about it. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm pretty sure you can all imagine, I'm sure everybody will agree, that if that had been Rangers fans invading the pitch that day, and similar attacks and players and things like that, we'd be out of Europe or something, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's lessons to be learned for everybody. I'm sure for everyone of all clubs in this country, but I only can really concerned in my own. I hope our support continue with their really good behaviour and don't sully the name at all, because it's very tender at the moment, and the least wee thing will send all our enemies right over the edge, and the government will fall on top of us with like a ton of bricks. I just don't want anything like that.
Coconut.
Oh, that's a cracker, wasn't it? That's a cracker. Let's see what happens. I mean, seriously, let's see what happens with Hearts and Hibs there. A very fiery affair, we know. It's a derby game. But for God's sake, they've got flares going off all over the bloody place, and then they've got a coconut thrown onto the pitch. Sorry.
But I think, was that no a shy?
Aye. It's a coconut shy. Brilliant.
Well, that was bound to happen. That was bound to happen.
I just hope that our club...
He's not going to get away with that one, Rudy, is he?
No. I think, but I really do hope our fans are taking notice of what's happening, and we don't want to be involved in any of that. And I think the last time we were at their ground many moons ago for a very important game, and our fans were getting goaded, our players were attacked going off the pitch, and one of them ended up getting the biggest ban out of everybody. There was about 7 people fighting him, and he ended up getting the heaviest ban for retaliating against that boy Irwin. Is that Lee Irwin? Jeez, I tell you, that was shocking. I'm talking about Mosney there, and their fans came onto the pitch, ran down to the Rangers end, goading the Rangers fans. Nah, they got away with that. Just like the Hibs fans got away with coming onto the pitch. Nobody saying a word. No, even Hibs never get fined or nothing for that.
No,
nothing.
Not a thing.
And I think they two particular incidents have been the catalyst for all the problems you've ended up with now. You know, in my opinion, I've nothing to...
You know, have they had the SFA come down like a ton of bricks in both the incidents on the teams responsible, you know, whether, you know, a big fine or whatever the case might have been, you know, banned them, you know, for the next competition or whatever. Had they come down on them with a ton of bricks, it would have made fans think going forward. But it's like you say, it's open day now. You know, they've had the 2 incidents gone back a few seasons, and they've done absolutely nothing about it. Rod Petrie's still in his position at the SFA. Nothing happened to Hibs after the cup final. So fans have just looked at that and thought, that's all right, we can do what we like then. Yeah,
and then they're trying to come down and us for nothing at all whenever they get a chance.
You know, you sing a song and they go mental. You know, so the pundits are greeting about it, other managers are greeting about it.
And then they sing the same song and nothing happens.
Exactly. Yeah.
Listen, see, while we're having a good greeting now, but I'm going to try and change the subject if you don't mind. That is, what about finishing second? Does that alter the amount of games that we need to qualifying matches we play in Europe?
A game less, mate. 2 games less.
Oh, that's a shout, isn't it?
Obviously, the big thing is, I think it's either maybe 2 weeks later you go in Euro.
Aye, that's what I meant. Aye, that's what I was thinking about. Because I mean, last season it was like, what, is it the 3rd of July? We kicked off. We started pre-season.
Yeah, I think we played Bury on the 2nd, Friday the 2nd, was it?
Oh, there you go. Christ, I couldn't remember.
Looking back.
Oh no, because it was the 4th. It was the 3rd or 4th of July that Gerrard actually was appointed. But that's when they said that's when his contract actually started. Although they announced it prior to that, they said that was when he's beginning.
June he came in.
Was it June?
July. The start of July was my first game. He obviously took us in pre-season, didn't he?
Old age doesn't come along, mate.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I don't know what's happened to Bridgeman.
What was the question?
About Europe.
Aye. You have that laugh.
Europe was really good for us, I think, as a support, and ultimately we were frustrated the way we went out. But some of the performances and some of the games, I mean, away in Spain, and
Rapid Vienna, wasn't it? At home,
Aye.
I thought we were excellent, you know.
Aye.
And away in Russia, how we lost that game's still a mystery
That's
to me.
unbelievable, isn't it? I know. And how we didn't beat them at Ibrox. I mean, it was like...
That Grezda,
was it one each?
Grezda missed a sitter in the last kick of literally the last kick of the ball. An absolute sitter.
You know, see, talking about sitters, see when you think about Worrell's chance at the end of the Celtic game, all you've got to do is remember back to Clint Hill.
Clint Hill would have put that in.
He would have put him through the net and all with the ball.
Aye.
And Worrell just tried to sort of pass it in. You need to, I mean, he's young and he's not got the experience, but Clint Hill would have actually leathered that. He'd laces through it and everything through it. And that's just what we needed at that point in time.
I was a big advocate against Clint Hill another season, do you know that? I really
because I've seen it.
Season. So I did.
Well, you probably laugh at me when I say this, but I actually fancied the big Portuguese guy. Was it Bruno Alves?
Oh, aye, yeah.
But what was he like in the air, attacking the ball?
Oh.
An absolute
I was a big fan of his, but seriously, he let us down. Seriously, he did.
Big
Let
time.
himself down too.
Eh?
I'm saying he let himself down as well, as far as Rangers are concerned.
Aye.
Who did I read last week that Cardozo signed for somebody?
Well, I don't know.
Is it no Benfica or somebody like that? 80,000 or something, you know?
Really?
Wow.
Terrible. There you go. Right, guys, Billu here. I'm going to sign off if you don't mind, lads.
Yep, well, thanks for the call, mate. Don't be a stranger.
Oh, I'll try not to be. I've really enjoyed listening to the show and all the rest of it. So you guys keep up the good work, and I'll catch up with you again, all right?
All right, thanks very much, mate. Thanks for the
Cheers,
call.
Lads. Good night.
Cheers, Lou. Bye.
Cheers,
Good to get a blue collar in there.
I'd be wanting a wee. That's a good point he makes about Bruno Alves, though. I was delighted. See, I couldn't believe it when we signed Bruno Alves. I was just bouncing about here.
Listen, whether you like it or no, Kachina said he was signing these players and he delivered it.
He did, yeah. You're right, Ox, you know, as I said.
But it obviously never worked out on the pitch, you know. He said he was signing the 2 Mexican internationals and he was signing a guy who'd captained Portugal, and he'd done it.
Yeah, he certainly did. And as you say, it never worked out, Ox, unfortunately for him.
No, I never fancied him from day one, but that's not the point. He did do what he said he would do, yeah.
Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right, aye.
Did any of you guys watch the highlights package on the BBC?
I saw it, Bridge.
Did you? And did you see it at the end of our game? The comments from what does Jimmy call them? Statford and Walford or something, or Waldorf?
Statford and Waldorf.
Aye. So, what was it they said at the end? Where does that leave Rangers?
Aye.
And you're like, wait a minute, we've just beat Motherwell, you know. We can't do any better than we're doing right now.
There was no credit given to us for the football.
Absolutely not a single thing.
But scored, you know.
The BBC guy turned around and says we're in limbo. Rangers are in limbo. And I'm going, what limbo is he speaking about?
What's the Bridge? Yeah, you know, you've
got
to...
just shocking, isn't they? They're just shocking, man.
Aye, you've got to expect.
Bridge, why do you put yourself through it, mate?
I want to see the highlights.
But why do you do it?
I want to see it. I want to see the highlights. That's why.
But every week you get yourself upset.
I mean, it's all right. I don't mind that. I get upset. I hate them. I want to see what they're saying about us as well. I really and truly, those two are just dummies, aren't they? That's an ex-Rangers player, and the way he talks about us is just incredible. Just incredible. Shocking.
One who wanted to sign for us as well.
He's never forgiven us, has he?
He spends more time fixing his shirt while he's talking to us. Disgraceful, being allowed to speak the way he speaks. Disgraceful. I just long for the day we just get them banned altogether.
I think when you watch that, Bridge, man, you've just got to take it with a pinch of salt. You know what you're going to get off them. There's not going to be any credit given. You know, every negative they can think is going to be dragged out the bag. So the best thing to do is just take it with a pinch of salt. And you watch. That's what I do nowadays.
The best thing to do is not to listen or watch it.
If you don't want to, aye. Yeah, but as I say, I just take it with a pinch of salt. I don't know.
Because the more you hit them in the viewing figures, then their bosses might have something to say about it. But the more we tune in to watch it just to see what they're saying, well, they're happy. They don't care then, do they?
I'll turn the sound in.
Doesn't matter, mate. Doesn't matter. These are not learned what it was. But you should know what that means. Anyway, well, satisfied after yesterday, Bridge?
Oh, I'm delighted after yesterday. I think yesterday's game was a really tough game for us, and I went for the one and hope for more goals, you know. But in the manner in which we dispatched them at the end, it was 3, possibly going on 5, 6, maybe even 7. But they were very nervous at the back. And we pressed them well, and that caused their weaknesses to be shown up. And we managed to grab the ball off them at a high press. Hats off to all the players for doing that. Really, really played well. And hats off to the defence for holding them out. I think our goalkeeper only had to make one save, and that was a sclaff from that wee boy. Is it Hasty? Which is a good question to you guys. After yesterday, would you think about him?
Big, powerful lad, mate. Never showed a lot yesterday. A couple of runs, but obviously as Murrable fell out the game, the position he played, he wasn't involved at all, was he?
No, he gets substituted, didn't he? Ended up getting substituted. Aye. But I see he was wearing blue boots. I don't know if that means anything.
The first 20 minutes, he was well involved, and obviously he gave Flanagan a wee problem, and he got away once. And then he had a shot in the second half. Big, powerful boy. I mean, I'm a great believer, mate, and I don't know what you think, Rudy. You need to watch somebody about a dozen times before you make your mind up.
I agree with Yorks. I don't think just watching that one, up until yesterday, I hadn't really paid much attention to the boy, but seeing as how I've been linked to him, you know, kind of tended to watch him a wee bit more yesterday, and he never had the great you know, but like you say, Yorks, you can't really tell just 1 or 2 games where you might have seen the paid attention to the boy. You have to watch him consistently, you know. Players come in and out of games. I mean, there's none more so than our players this season, you know. I mean, Arfield at times hasn't been great this season, you know, and we had 1 or 2 on here that's had a good moan about him. But you watch him in the last 3 games, you'd think, wow, what a player we've got here, you know. So, like you say, you've got to watch a player when he gets a consistent run. You've got to watch him constantly, and then you can make your mind up about him. You can't do that with 1 or 2 games.
What was your view, Bridge?
Yeah, I agree with Rudy there. You've got to be able to watch somebody at least 6 times and see them playing at their best before you can really make too much to say about it. I think that Arfield is a fantastic player, but going by the last 3 games, he's a brilliant player, and hopefully by the end of the season he'll be just the same. We'll think the same of him, because earlier on in the season there were times when he just seemed to kind of fall out of the game. And it was easily the manager's favourite person to be taken off. So I think that going forward, Mr. Arfield will be certainly will be a key player for us, for sure, because we've got a couple of games yet before Morelos is back, and Kent's got 1 more game to go. So some of our better, higher quality players aren't available for 1 or 2 games, so we need people like Arfield to turn it on. So we need to see how he gets on. I think I'm very happy with him last 3 games, very happy.
No, we're talking about the boy
Hasty.
Oh, no, not for me. He's not for me, pal. He's not for me. I don't fancy him at all. That's why I was asking you guys. I don't fancy the boy at all.
Was that based on yesterday, or have you watched him in the BBC before?
No, I have to say, what I seen yesterday...
You see what I done there, Rudy?
Yeah. I did also. I wasn't too impressed at all, and the wee snippets that I have seen him before, which is only a couple of times, I'm not impressed. For the first 20 minutes, he got 3 or 4 runs down in the outs toward, what's his name, Flanagan, and I think he's probably one of the slower fullbacks. So, no for me.
He's a hard man, isn't he? Rudy?
No, do you like him?
I've not seen enough of him.
Well, there you are, then.
I've not seen enough of him.
Bridge man, Bridgeman, I think the same about Jordan Jones as well. I'm not keen on bringing Jordan Jones in.
Yeah.
But if he comes in and he pulls the jersey on, which obviously he will do now, he'll get my backing, obviously, But personally, I wouldn't have. If it had been up to me, I wouldn't have signed Jordan Jones.
I'm going to be, when I've seen Jordan Jones, because I watched the BBC highlights, so it's only highlights I'm seeing, and a couple of times, and the what do you call it? The couple of games I've seen Kilmarnock up at Ibrox. I think Jordan Jones did quite well.
He only played the first game, didn't he? Didn't he play the second game?
Yeah, but I'm saying that what I've seen on the highlights programmes, I've been quite impressed with him. I think the last couple of games he played there, he played very well. I saw him, he was playing out in the left wing, and I saw him, he was playing out in the right wing. So I think he's doing very well. He's still doing well. I'm glad he's coming, and I'll be very interested to watch his progress with a Rangers jersey. And as far as I'm concerned, I think he'd be a star for us. I really do.
If you had the choice between Jordan Jones or Ryan Kent, who would it be, Birich?
Ryan Kent? Oh, God, I would take Ryan Kent tomorrow, for sure. Day before tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but then you're speaking about a special player, aren't you, really? He's got a wonderful run, and he's got lovely feet when he runs the ball. He just bamboozles, Really good to watch. But Jones is a good player as well, and he's no scared to have a shot from 25 yards. Scored a couple against us, isn't he? Excuse me.
That's something we've not got more locker as a team, is it? We've not great strike. Yeah. No how if you've got that for outside the box, maybe there's one or two players that can do it.
Bridge, Ox, we went through a wee spell of that though. Remember Ryan Jack's goals and stuff?
Against Hamilton. Hamilton, we look, but apart from that, we've no done it at all this season. I bet you the goals, the amount of goals we've scored, percentage-wise outside the box, will be the least in the league.
Aye.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. We're very poor outside the box.
When you consider the way that McAllister and Gerrard could hit them.
Aye.
I wonder if we would ever have someone like that again, because we had players that weren't scared to have a go, and I'm not saying they were the most prolific goal scorers, but they weren't scared to have a go.
Bring back George Albert's, Bridgeman.
Wherever you go, you see these are the kind of quality, that type of quality is what Rangers would want to bring in. Obviously, that's finance, isn't it? And today, I doubt very much if we'll ever get one of them, unless we unearth them ourselves,
We're talking about that. The young boys today in the reserves were playing Hibs. Quite a big game, I believe, in their league. I've not seen their league table. I'll need to try and dig that out. I'll get Fox to do his homework tomorrow when he's finished his treat. They were 2-0 down, and Glenn Middleton's meant to have scored 2 good goals, and then the boy Kelly's meant to get a rasping free kick to give him a 3-2 victory, Bridge. And it was quite an experienced Hibs team they were playing.
Very impressed with it. I think we only had 3 people that have actually played in the first team, in our team. There was 3. Koulibaly was in it?
Koulibaly, Middleton
and Kelly.
And the boy, the American boy played today, so he's getting some game time,
That's fantastic. Great result for us. Come back for 2-0 down. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Where was it? Where did it get played?
I don't know, but we were away team. No, we were away team.
Yeah.
But do you think Middleton, going forward, I mean, there's times when he's looked a nice finisher. I've been critical of Glenn, but it was his off-the-ball stuff that I was more critical of, but he's always looked a nice finisher, Bridge, so if he can improve his game, we might have he's not gone yet, he's still very young.
He is indeed, and the first couple of times we saw him, he was flying, and his confidence was up, and the things were happening for him. And everybody had nothing but praise for him. But he seemed to, shall we say, fall away a wee bit. And I don't know whether that's because the full-backs had worked him out, the full-backs and the midfielders had worked him out, or indeed if he actually did drop in form, So let's hope if it was, he gets his form back, because the fans loved him. They love the way he runs, and they love the way he gets the ball across. They do. They really like it.
Bridgeman, we've reached that time of the evening.
Oh, good on you. Well, what can I say? A fantastic night, good callers, Really, really interesting subjects as always, and a few naughty phone calls as well, which were well handled by Oxger and the backroom team. So well done to them. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one is, please keep it going for the Rangers. The Rangers really need us now. Keep it going.
Can I thank everybody who took the time to call Rangers Radio, who have got Rangers at heart. Thanks for all the boys in the lobby. Thanks for everybody listening. This is Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11. Talking all things Rangers. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Sing